This is my desk, my workspace, my workshop, if you will. It's fairly empty right now because I cleared everything off of it. What I had before was this weird old grate thing that I think my dad gave me. Anyways, I was looking at it one day and I thought, man, that looks kind of ugly. So I took everything out and started to think about a new organizational system for my desk, something that's functional, something that's nice. I didn't know it would take up a lot of wall space, so I had to remove this old pegboard with my RC car and a couple other knickknacks. After that, I took some measurements to see what kind of space I was working with, got out the pencil and paper, and started drawing. I started out with doing a bunch of rough cuts of the wood, general stuff to lay it out, see if I like the layout, see if I like everything about it. So it's a first pass, it's a rough draft. You'll notice as I start aligning everything together for the rough draft that all of the wood looks quite rough and very uneven. I'm working with a bunch of scrap cedar fence pickets that my dad had lying around to try and keep this as low budget as possible. So it's just one of the things you have to deal with. You'll see me here marking the edges of the cedar fence pickets, and the reason I'm doing this is because they are all different heights and I'm going to run them through a table saw. So I'm picking a side that I like the best and I'm going to run it through the saw, make them all nice and even height to the best of my ability so that it doesn't look too crazy when it's done. After I cut it all down to the same width, it started to really come together and I started to really like the way it looked. Now all that's left is to sand all the pieces to be smooth enough so that I won't cut myself when putting stuff in and out of the shelves. Now before you guys watch this next clip, I have to make a confession. I made a big mistake. You could see me just start screwing the screw in, which, for those of you that don't know, is usually a very bad idea. I guess I honestly don't know what happened. I guess I got kind of excited. I really wanted to see the shelf come together. Part of me was like, oh yeah, I don't have to pre-drill holes. These screws, I tested the screws on a piece of wood to see if it would split the wood, and it didn't. So I had some evidence in my favor, but I wasn't marking anything. I was just screwing things together, and I definitely paid for it. Some of the wood started splitting. I didn't end up recutting it because I was able to reuse it, so I gave up on that and started gluing the pieces together, and it went just about as good as you expect. I just made a big amalgamation of clamps over the course of like a week, and it was taking forever. So I'll let you guys watch me make a mistake for the next little bit. This is what the piece looked like after I had glued it together. I will be honest, I was not the happiest with it. It was not very square, it was not very good. So I decided, you know what? We're just gonna do this the right way. I grabbed my dad's other drill and I was fed up. I was like, we're gonna start marking things where they go. We're gonna start drilling it the right way. And let this be a lesson to everyone. I finished the rest of this shelf in a day. 1 day. Whereas I glued that first piece over the course of a week because I had to wait for glue to dry. Honestly, I don't know what I was thinking, but whatever it was wrong. So enjoy the rest of the video. It's mostly just drilling and screwing things together. It's quite satisfying, actually. I enjoyed it. And I hope you do too. Grab some popcorn, man. And here we are. 1 day completely finished the rest of the shelf, and it looks way better than the first part, in my humble opinion. I actually really like the way this turned out. I like the brighter wood. It actually contrasts nicely with the desk and brightens up my room a bit because I have a lot of black things around. And I really like the scrappy kind of, you know, blueprinty look, I guess. That's the only word I can think of to describe it. So all that's left really is to fill up the shelf, and we're ready to roll. This was a really fun project for me. Not only learning from mistakes that I have made, but also applying some new knowledge that I have gained over the course of my new job. So 10 out of 10. If you ever need to organize something, make something custom, even out of fence pickets. Would it turn out better if all the wood was nice and straight and bought from somewhere where it's supposed to be? Yeah, it would. Would it look better if I spent a little more time? Yeah, probably, but I don't care because it's mine and it's functional and I love it. So if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe. Well, like it if you liked it, subscribe if you want more. And if you, I don't know, just have a good day. I'm not really good at ending these things, but yeah, check out some of my other stuff. I like to make things. Oh, update on the vet, because I know some people subscribe specifically because of my car. I have one more project after this that I've been eyeing for a while, and after that I will be, most of the videos will be car related. So you have something to look forward to. Subscribe and don't miss it. Okay, bye bye.
Off my chest, I'm telling you today that when I talk to you, oh Cupid,